What sports do you play or have you played? I don't play any sports. I'm not massively active. Have I played? No, not really. In high school, just netball. I've never really been anyone that could run not long distance anywhere or anything like that. So netball it was. What is your favourite book? Well, I'm not a massive reader. I do own some books, and the ones that I do own I have read. And the last book that I probably did read was probably one of the 50 Shades books. So, and that was pretty good. Better than the film. I do like the film, I'm not slating it. But that was the last book I read, so. But I like chick flick books and romantic books. So, yeah, one of the 50 Shades ones, probably because it was the last one I read. Who are some of your favourite YouTubers? Okay, so, yeah. A long time favourite would be Nicole Guerrero. Sorry if I butchered your name. And some of my recent favourites are Jamie Genevieve. Her character is just amazing. She's so funny and she has the most beautiful accent. And I do quite enjoy watching a family called Family Fizz, and they might have changed their name by now, I'm not sure. But they're just so cool and they're just so normal, which is the best thing. They don't put anything on for the camera. They've got two beautiful girls and their children are so funny and polite. And I prefer watching videos like that where you can relate to the person that's behind the camera. I'm not up for any of the fake stuff for the screen, so yeah, they're just a couple of my favourites. What is your favourite movie? I don't know. I don't know if I've got one all-time favourite. So P.S. I Love You is a good favourite of mine. I will cry all the way through it. I like Legend, the one with 2 Tom Hardys in it. Who wouldn't like that? And I don't know. I prefer a really good TV series. I used to have so many favourite films. I used to watch like Juno all the time. I tell you what is still a favourite of mine from when I was at high school. Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. It's one of those feel-good films. It just reminds me of good times at high school and when everything was just so nice before life got so serious. So that's a good film if you just want a little funny girl film. What's your idea of an ideal first date? I don't know, because I can't think of anything worse than a first date. I can't think of anything worse than just starting to date, to be honest, because I'm just a very nervous person. My ideal first date would be to, I don't know, go to someone's house and order a takeaway, so I don't have to have any human interaction and I don't have to go out and risk bumping into someone and talking to them because I'm very socially awkward. So yeah, just being with that person, renting a film and eating hell loads of takeaway. How many girlfriends, boyfriends have you had? I've had 2 boyfriends. One is now my fiance. Favourite memory from childhood would be the first time I went to Australia. It was about 8 or 10 years ago. And I just remember the excitement, the sheer excitement of going on a plane for the first time. And that was my first plane journey all the way to Australia. And it was just amazing. It was the thrill of going abroad, the thrill of going on a plane, the thrill of going to somewhere so far away, and I thought I would only ever see in magazines. So yeah, that was definitely probably one of my favourite memories from childhood, being with all my family, going to see more of my family. Do you speak any different languages and how well? Not really, bit of French, stuff I just learnt in school, and again, not great. We went to France last year with the family. and my dad had to prompt me constantly with what to say, and he's really good actually. But no, I don't know much, just the bog standard stuff you remember from school. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 2 brothers. They're both younger than me. One is 21 and one is 18. How would you describe your fashion sense? I love fashion, but I dress appallingly. I love looking at people's fashion, at their inspiration. I like looking at them for inspiration. I'm constantly scrolling through Instagram, looking at stuff in magazines, on TV, on YouTube. And I know it looks good, but I just can't apply it to myself. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I freak out when it comes to spending money on clothes, because they're not cheap. So if I buy something, it has to be a statement piece that I could wear multiple times. But yeah, other than that, if I don't leave the house, I don't bother putting human clothes on. What I call human clothes, human interacting clothes. So I'll just wear jogging bottoms and a comfy top. I mean, I can't think of anything worse than wearing jeans that are just going to cut me in half and I can't breathe. So my fashion sense, I'd say, is average, just normal, nothing Instagram worthy, put it that way. What is your favourite restaurant? My favourite restaurant is Les Iguanas. It's just a place that me and my partner really enjoy going, and every time we go we have a really good time, really good food. Even though, again, I'm one of these people, I'll go and I'll think, yeah, I'll try something new, and I always order the same thing. I eat loads of different foods and I like a lot of different foods, but there's nothing more disappointing than paying for a meal when you haven't enjoyed it. So when I find a good meal, I just stick to it. They do really good cocktails there though. They do happy hour and their cocktails are really nice too. So Les Iguanas is a top fave. What are some of your favourite TV shows? So currently I'm watching Pretty Little Liars. I am behind though because I've only just jumped on the bandwagon. I'm on season 3. So that is a current favourite TV show. But stuff that I will watch every time it comes back on is stuff like 24 Hours in A&E, One Born Every Minute, 24 Hours in Police Custody. Do you know these real life documentaries, I suppose? And yeah, anything new. So at the minute I'm watching Little Boy Blue, and I've finished watching Line of Duty and Broadchurch. So just anything that grips you to the TV, if it's fictional, but then anything that's based on real life and real life footage has me hooked. I do like watching stuff like that. PC or Mac? I'm not lucky enough to own a Mac, so it's PC all the way for me, even though I don't really use it just for editing. I'm on my phone. I have an iPad as well and I just use it at night to play games on it. But no, phone. That should be an option, just phone. What phone do you have? Oh, here we go then. I have an iPhone 7. Just the 7, not the big one. And yeah, it's really nice. Tell us one of your bad habits. Oh, I don't know. See, if my partner was here, I'm sure he'd have numerous things to tell you. I think a bad habit of mine is I do have OCD. So if anyone puts anything somewhere in the house or tries to tidy it up, I have to go back over it. So I call that a bad habit rather than something I'm not in control of. I don't bite my nails, but I bite the skin around my nails, which is not a good thing to do. It can become really uncomfortable. And I also bite the insides of my cheeks, and I think it's all linked to being anxious. So that is something I do. And I'm a fidget. You probably can tell by this film. I'm a constant fidget, even when I'm sitting downstairs or watching TV or sat waiting. My legs will like wriggle and move. So I think a bad habit for me, yeah, I don't leave like pots around or anything like that. Not now I've moved out and I need to keep my own house clean. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so that's all of my questions. There was a lot there and I hope you didn't get bored. I don't know whether to just add a couple more on the end that I would find interesting if anyone wanted to know. So something I thought I would add in myself is illnesses, and this might be a bit of a weird one to put in there because it is really personal, but I think it's nice if you can relate to somebody and you've just got someone to talk to, or somebody that's going through the same thing. So illnesses that I have, one illness that I do have a mental illness. I am a mental illness sufferer. I say unfortunately, but I think anyone that goes through it does become a very strong person. So I am officially diagnosed with anxiety and depression, OCD, and a very mild form of PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder, from stuff that I've seen growing up. I've not been through a traumatic childhood, I would say. It's just a couple of life events that have happened that have unfortunately just chose to stick with me and I can't shrug them off. My OCD, so obsessive compulsive disorder, I've always been slightly obsessive with tidiness, organisation, neatness, cleanliness, and always like reorganising rooms and stuff. But since I've moved out, it's got even stronger. So my partner can't even put the shopping away or anything like that in case tins are facing the wrong way. And then I've got my, and cleaning, so every room has to be cleaned to a certain standard. And again, that's just in my house. If I went to somebody else's house, I wouldn't judge or anything like that because that's up to them. It's just my house, and it's like it's an achievement for me. It makes me feel comfortable if the house is clean. And then anxiety and depression. So yeah, low moods linked again to things that have happened throughout my life. Having a job that's very, very stressful and pressurising, and my anxiety makes me a very socially anxious person. I will never go into like town on my own, sometimes not even to the shops on my own. I always have to try and put a question out there like, does anyone need to go to the shops? See if someone wants to come with me. So this might be, some people might think this is a weird thing to do, but it doesn't make me that awkward because I'm not talking to anyone, if that makes any sense. I'm talking to myself in a camera, and it kind of helps because you get to vent. And don't get me wrong, when I first sat in front of a camera I couldn't think of anything more nerve-wracking, but then I realised that people only get to see what I choose to show them. So it's not like I'm having to sit in front of a room of 50 people and talk, which would make me probably vomit. So yeah, I just thought I'd add maybe that fact on the end there because it's such a big thing, mental illness, and it's so misconstrued, and people are so scared of people that either have it or are just so scared of it because like it's an invisible illness, you don't know and you can't tell, and a lot of people are really good at hiding it. I know that I certainly am, and that people at work probably wouldn't even know, so people obviously do. But you can put a really good front on, and I think you're a really strong person for having this illness that constantly tries to defeat you on a daily basis. So yeah, I thought I'd add that one on the end in case there's anyone out there in the same situation as me. I could sit here and talk about mental illness and me, or what I suffer from, and I could do a whole video on it. So if anyone wants to hear that, and if anyone leaves any comments, I'll always reply. Or if anyone wants to talk to me privately or anything like that, just have someone to talk to. Someone that feels the same way as you, that doesn't want to get out of bed, that doesn't want to go to work and hates the thought of work and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought I'd tag that one on the end because people hide away from that a lot. And I think that's a really important question. Obviously you only share it if you are comfortable with it. But I am now. It took me a long time to get to this, but I could chat all day about feelings and stuff. So yeah, I think that is the only one. Oh, and if anyone's curious, because I did just mention it, I work in pharmacy. So that's what I do, and it is very stressful. I think you're very lucky if you work in pharmacy and you don't find it stressful. And I think it'll be hard to find somebody that doesn't find it stressful. There is constant pressure. So that's what I do. So yeah, 2 little extra facts about me. So I hope this video has been enjoyable or informative, or yeah, because I love watching these. I like to be nosy and I like to see what the people are up to. We're all humans, so we're pretty much going to have some of the same answers. But yeah, come and say hi to me, and I could do more of these chatty videos. I'm up for that. It's nice to chat, it's nice to get it off your chest. So I hope this video has been fun, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!